I've started the broadcast.
Yay!
I think what I'm going to do is hang up on this. No, I don't think I can. Oh, I don't want to film on here. Why couldn't I do that on this one? Classic. Oh well. There we go. So now there's
I,
like two.
I'm gonna see if Richard will get me a phone charger because my phone is gonna die.
Oh no.
Okay.
Yay. It's alive. Did I tweet? No.
Oh dear, that's such an important thing to do.
Tweeting. Tweeting forever. Alright, there we go. Is this actually gonna work? That's so weird that there's two of me.
It just wants you to feel extra special.
Yeah! There we go. There's the video. I found the video.
Perfect.
Cool. So, what's your work in progress?
I am, thank you so much. I am attempting to work on editing a bunch of chapters of my young adult fantasy, and I'm just slacking.
Fair enough. What's your fantasy about? Are you
It
allowed to
is
share any info on it?
it's about a girl named Cassidy. Oh, hello, computer. And she essentially gets kidnapped and taken to this other world called Neanthia. And she just kind of learns that maybe her life wasn't exactly what she thought it was supposed to be. And then a whole bunch of stuff goes down.
Okay. I'm curious. I'm intrigued.
It's like it's essentially a portal dark fantasy. So
Ooh.
yeah, I've got 5 viewpoint characters, 3 of which are more major, and I'm just about at the point where they're starting to meet in the manuscript. So
And you're editing at the same time?
yeah, I'm editing. I'm adding some scenes that I felt I was lacking certain characters. So I'm trying to get my word count up a whole bunch this draft.
Cool. That sounds pretty exciting. What's everyone else's work in progress? Where did the chat box go? Where are them chatters at? There they are. Hi, friends.
Yeah, I'd like to hear about your work too, seeing as you just like brain bursted out of the middle of nowhere.
I sure dang did. It's the best way to be. Um, it's a fantasy as well, and I'm not very good at like, I haven't yet figured out how to describe it, to be honest, which is always
Yeah.
fun. Um, but it's kind of like a quest for a lost city, but it's also kind of like an exploration of the consequences of like censoring and banning books and knowledge and stuff. Um, so the idea is that this magic system is based on science, but you have to know the science in order to be able to perform the magic, and people aren't allowed to find out any information anymore, so no one can do it except for like maybe 3 or 4 people.
That
So
sounds so cool.
that's like the setup of the world, and then obviously the actual plot is like basically a quest for knowledge, but with more interesting things happening as well. Maybe.
I mean, it sounds really cool anyway. I love it when things are based in science.
Yeah, I was really excited by that idea as well. So hopefully it'll work out.
Yeah, I just
Uh,
started a
sorry.
world building series to try to get people to really think about the real world science when they're building their fantasy worlds. So,
Yeah, like even if it's magic, it still has to follow rules or make sense or something.
yes,
So
exactly. exactly. And a lot of people just kind of, I mean, I did it too. In my first map, there's like a couple mountains that just are in the middle of nowhere. Not how mountains work, but okay, Molly.
Yeah, I love it. Cool. Well, it's 11:19. Should we start at 11:20 or 20 past whatever o'clock it is where you are?
Yes,
And go
7.
for, would you like to go for 10 or 15?
Let's start with 10, something like easing into
Easy.
it.
Ease into it. All right, 10 minutes. And it's 11:20 now. So go. Maybe. Oh no. Did that work? I can't access the chat anymore because my timer app has blocked it. So I'm gonna
We've
send
got
you a
this.
screen. I'm gonna show you what it looks like.
My phone's alive. We have what, 2 minutes?
2 minutes left. I need to Google the word. How dare you? Ta-da!
Done?
Grown a healthy tree, says the forest app. Thank you for blocking my chat so that I couldn't type anything.
That's funny. That app is so adorable, though.
I do love it. It's just like I couldn't, I needed to Google a
Yeah.
word and I couldn't because it blocked the internet. I was like, well, this is a bit of a double-edged sword. How did everyone go? How many words did people get?
I got 100.
Nice work. I got 120. Huh, that's more than I
Nice.
thought.
That
Not
is a
bad.
solid start.
I think that's a pretty good start. 359.
Well, you
Rude.
have speedy fingers. Oh my
I do have
goodness.
speedy fingers and a speedy imagination. I feel
Yeah,
like
I
I
was
could
gonna say, I
do that
can't
fast if
think
I knew what I
fast.
was, thinking. That's really
Yeah.
cool.
I did
Well,
do,
sorry, go.
I did do 1 year, NaNoWriMo in 1 day, and it was miserable.
What the hell? How is that even possible?
I it's it I don't read what I wrote.
No
It was
shit.
a challenge I did with
I have
friends, and then
any
I
day.
put the document aside because
Yeah, wow.
7, that's awesome.
Yeah, everyone's doing really well. All right, I have a question for you guys. What happened in the section that you just wrote? Was it a description, a dialogue, an action? What's going on?
Ooh,
Without
that is
spoilers, obviously.
what mine was, all a description and a reminiscing moment.
Cool. Mine was pretty much all dialogue with
Oh,
like
nice.
bits and pieces in between. But
Little tags there.
yes, lots of fascinating tags and descriptions.
Well,
What about every?
clearly.
We'll have to wait for the video to catch up to where we are, which is always a fun.
Okay. I'm almost done my drink, and it is so sour.
What is it?
It's a cool lime refresher from Starbucks, but the last little bit has just been soaking in the limes for so long.
E.
Ugh,
Yeah, that's definitely gonna be sour.
a month passed in some dialogue. Will not survive the draft info dump. I love it. I'm down for that.
Yeah.
You leading?
um, are you doing some more outlining and world building there, or are you doing some actually writing now? Curious. A
Sorry, I
month
gotta,
past.
but
Yeah, you
add
could add some
water.
water to it. Oh, there's a cat. I was looking at the chat instead of us.
Yeah, he's telling me he's desperate for food, but I have no food.
It's like, bitch, I know you got food somewhere.
Yes, because being desperate. Is that
Oh,
anything like a limeade? I mean, kinda.
I don't know what a limeade is, but cool.
Like lemonade, but with
Uh,
limes. Mm. Ugh. Okay, I'm not drinking any more of that.
they're always good. Info dumps are good. I haven't added much of an info dump to mine yet about how the magic works. I'm kind of apprehensive about how to do it, so I understand that.
Yeah.
All
We
right.
can,
It is nearly 25 to.
so we
When
should write
should
again soon.
we write again at 22? Is that too far away?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I think that's good.
Hooray. How long do we plan for the live streams? I don't know. How long do we plan?
I literally have zero going on tonight.
So we could probably do it for a while, especially seeing as we did start late because I am
Yeah.
a disorganized human being. Um, yeah, it's a bit up in the air. We'll go until we stop.
Until we just can't write anymore and our brains are done.
Exactly. Doesn't that sound like a marvelous plan?
I mean, I've been putting off writing all day, so oops.
Uh, yeah, I haven't looked at my story for most of this week. So I was like looking at it like, what is this strange contraption on my computer? What's going on in this document?
Oh, good. We got some people here for the long haul.
Excellent. We might have to have a mini tea break in the middle. Otherwise, I'm good to go for as long as necessary.
I am so good with that.
Be like, Molly, take over. I'm running away to the kettle.
And I'll be like, guys, write things.
It'll be great. That's exactly how it works. Wow.
So many words.
That's a lot of words. That's what I should have done today. The other day, I spontaneously decided to change my intro
Oh,
because my first attempt at it was just a really shitty there's magic. How
I
exciting.
I,
And
I
then I was
understand.
like, this needs to happen again. So I rewrote it and then decided if I liked the new one better and then copied and pasted it in. And then because of that, my NaNoWriMo day was like, you have written 100 words. And I was like, no, I haven't. I've written multiple thousands of words. That's just not the words that you want. It was really sad.
You know what my strategy for Nano was? If I ever had a scene that I scrapped and wasn't going to use it, I saved all of the words and I just turned them white so that they still
Uh,
counted because I
I
still
strike them
wrote
through. Yeah.
them.
I backspace these ones, but a lot of the time I'll just like put a little strike through it, so it's
Yeah.
like not there, but the word count is still there because it's like I
Yeah.
wrote these words. I deserve credit for them.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my goodness, you're so wet, dog. Hey. Ugh,
I love all the pets.
there's a little too many in this house.
I love it though. It makes your Instagram so whimsical. Like
I know it's basically a petstagram.
it's awesome.
I think like 4 out of 5 posts are of cats or dogs.
And I love it. Should we write? How long do you want to write for this time?
15?
Sure. Let's go a little bit longer this time. I think we should do a mix of times. It's better to go a
Yeah,
mix of.
definitely is nice. I like to do a mix of like longer ones and then a really quick 10-minute one.
Yeah, I like that plan. I like that plan.
How many words are you trying to get this month?
I don't know. I just did the standard NaNoWriMo aim, but honestly, I don't care. I just want to write.
Just
Just
numbers.
some
Just
writing.
some
I
words.
haven't opened NaNoWriMo all week because I've just been doing so much tea stuff, tea
Yeah,
deadlines, and other such exciting things. So, yeah.
excuse me.
Oh.
You'll hear a lot of those. I edit them all out of my videos. It's a chronic thing and it's really annoying.
That's so adorable though. I love that.
I have
All
also not
right.
opened it now.
Well,
Ooh, almost
like
right time.
soon, almost writing time. Ready to. Maybe I should try and Google this word while I'm here.
What word?
I don't know. I'm just looking for some.
Mm.
I can't. I can't even remotely think of it. It's just like not in my head at all, which is fun.
Alrighty. Time
And we're good to
to
go.
get some words in.
Yay. I think the word I was looking for is headquarters, and I don't even like that word, so it wasn't worth it.
No. I mean, use it as like a placeholder word.
Yeah, it's in there for now. I'm like, there's something better out there. Hooray! We've grown another healthy tree.
Yay! How many words?
How did everyone go this time? I wrote. No, where was I? Somewhere in there. 176.
Nice. I got 234 this time.
Doing great.
Getting
What
into
is your favorite sentence that you wrote? Or phrase? Or line?
Let's see. Ooh, 383 and almost 300. That's still awesome.
Everyone's doing so much better than me.
It's a little hard when you're drafting a first draft.
Yeah.
There's so much thinking.
Yeah, there's a lot of contemplating going on here.
I'm trying to see what my favorite line is that I just wrote. It's all just like this awkward conversation between two characters,
Who doesn't love awkward conversations?
right? Here. The fire sputtered as Quinn jabbed at it and flicked the rabbit over to its other side. No.
I like that.
He's an angry person.
I like it. Mine is hella dramatic, I reckon. The rest of this is like all boring except for this one line, which is to leave
Yeah.
or to stay was something that I effectively had no choice in, because in reality that choice was between leaving or dying.
Ooh. Ooh.
Yeah, a bit over dramatic, but
Nah. You need some of those. I have successfully almost doubled the length of this scene that I'm editing, which is really good.
cool. That's what you want, right?
Yes, I underwrite, so I don't have enough detail.
Yeah, I think I'm kind of the same too. I've discovered. Like, often when I'm writing, I'm just kind of like getting out the skeleton of the scene first,
Yes,
and then I go back and I'm like, okay, now people probably need more information to understand what's going
yeah,
on. Yeah.
exactly. Like I see it all up here.
Yeah.
Why do I need to write it down? Yeah, but it's
I
good.
like.
Well, let's see. I am um overwrite. I'm torn.
I feel like it's
Overwriting
gonna be
length.
one or the other. No one's gonna write the perfect amount of words first time.
Nobody can. Nobody can. Okay, so I have 27,000 words in this draft, which so far, thankfully, is 7,000 more than the same point in the previous draft. That's how badly I underwrite.
I like it. That's funny. That's probably gonna be me.
Yeah, you'll finish and you'll have like 45,000 words, and you'll realize that you need like 100.
Anyone else got some favorite lines to share? I'm liking the lines that we've got so far.
Yes. I really like the attractive strangers.
Yeah, I like that too. Everyone does it differently. I like how everyone has such different processes in general. Like people who pants it, people who plan it, people who overwrite, people who underwrite,
Yeah.
people who do like lots of world building.
I love
It's
world
cool.
building. It just
I
makes
like
me
world
happy.
building. I have like a million and one appendixes already that is like, how does this work? Where are
Yeah.
these places? What do these words mean?
Yes, mine all end up mixed up in my notebooks, so I need to just like tear out the pages and put them in one place.
That's cute. I should use more notebooks. I have like the hugest collection of notebooks because I love notebooks, but I never use them because I love them so much. And I'm like,
They look,
nothing is good enough
they
for
look
this notebook.
exactly. Yes, I'm so bad for that.
And also, like, because I really hope that I can be that person whose notebooks, like, I'm just going to fill them with pretty writings and like little pictures and scrapbooky things that it's going to be incredibly Instagram worthy and do justice to the notebook. But I'm not that kind of person. It's always scribbles and torn out pages and just a mess.
Yes,
Like,
yes,
better than this.
so much so. Or like it starts out and your printing is so nice. And then by the time you're at the bottom of the page, you're just writing really fast and it's chicken scratch.
Erin says she feels like she writes more when she's outlining than when she's actually writing. I'm definitely the same with that.
Really? That would be so interesting to write it that way. Hey, you're having a
It's
cute.
just like all the world building and planning and what's going on. I'm like, yes, I know exactly what it is, but when it comes to choosing the words that are actually going on the page, I'm like really cautious. I'm like, only this word, maybe two more.
I mean, you'll have words, a lot of words that you chose so carefully.
I know, that's fine. I'll cut them out later. I'll replace them. Like headquarters. Headquarters is in there somewhere, and I'm like, that's wrong.
You know, whatever it is, whatever it is.
I've also got like just X's where I'm like, I can't think of the word right now, but I'm just gonna fill it in later. So
Yes. Yeah. I felt bad. There was a couple spots near the end of this draft that I gave to betas last time, and there's just like bracket name, bracket place, because I couldn't remember it and I didn't want to go look it up. Oh,
yeah, yeah, yeah. I just do like the capital X's thing because I'm hella lazy. I have a book that I need to come up with a title for in the story. And at the moment, it's just a whole bunch of X's because I'm like, I don't know what it's called. Figure that out later.
Works. Do you have a working title for your novel?
No, no.
Mm.
I have a few potentials, but nothing that I'm particularly excited about. I need to like maybe sit down and just like think out all of my keywords that are related to the book and see how they fit together. But
Yeah. Yeah, I just did that because I'm 5 drafts in, like 5 years in, and I still
yeah.
I don't know.
Fun times.
I'm
All
kind
right.
of
Should
looking forward
we
to the world building
start
series.
again at 12:05 or whatever time 05?
Yes. And name my country's landmasses, characters, and mineral elements. My favorite thing to do for naming things is
Love naming things. I had
I
so
based
much fun
everything,
coming up with names.
yeah,
Because
I
when
based
I
all my
saw
stuff
them,
off of Gaelic. So all
oh,
I do is
same.
I go look for definitions. So if I'm
Yeah,
looking at like rocks, I look up rocks, boulders, whatever, and then I take all of those definitions and I take little parts of those words and smush them together.
that's exactly what I did. I was like, I'm gonna name this city like ancient or small or just like a
Yeah.
random describing word for a city, and that's what the city ends up actually being called. And
Yes,
same
I
with like,
actually
yeah, pardon?
yeah, I used a fantasy name generator for a lot of mine and then just tweaked some letters because I was just like, I can't. There's so many things to title.
Yeah, yeah. No, I really like naming things, just using like because it's like kind of loosely based on Ireland, but I'm
Yes,
using basically like Irish and Celtic and like Gaelic and Scottish kind of just anything that I'm like this will
yeah,
be fine. Um just picking whichever language has a word that I like the most and then tweaking it to what I want
Yeah,
it to be.
exactly. Yeah, I have a river de care, which is like literally speaking river of trouble.
Yeah.
So it works.
Whoops. Now it's XO5. How long do we want to sprint for?
Let's do 10.
Sure.
Okay.
Ready? Go. Oh, what's happened there? There's my phone charger. I need to try and plug my phone in. Sorry, guys. There we go. Hey, that took me by surprise. 10 minutes? Yeah, 10 minutes. All right.
Okay, how many words?
How many words? Not many this time.
I got, yeah,
Really?
103.
96. Whoops. Yeah, I got lost halfway through and was like, I don't know how to explain what's going on here. And then I had a random moment of inspiration about what the book title should be for the book that is inside the book. It was like, then I had to double check. Then I had to open Google Translate and double check what the name of this city was because I couldn't remember what word it was inspired by, and it was just a mess.
We got some good numbers.
Some people are doing some really good numbers. Title inspiration for the win. Yeah.
Yeah, I finished
All right.
my scene and then had to read the next scene.
Pardon?
I finished my scene and then had to read the next one so I know where I'm going now.
Cool. That's exciting. Which is so we both had at least decent excuses for not writing so much then. Well, you had a more reasonable excuse than me. We're just trying to pretend.
Whatever.
All right, here's my question for the sprint. What's the last word you wrote?
What's the which?
Mine is where.
The last word I wrote is trails.
Is that the end of a sentence?
Yeah.
I like it.
Time.
Now I'm trying to figure out what sentence ends with trails. Like, what has she said here?
Well, she said, um, she's Cassidy's complaining about how unfit she feels after hiking around all of these skinny, rocky trails.
Uh-huh. That makes sense. End. I like it. That's very fitting.
Why? Why was its own sentence? That's
Yeah, literally the last word is just why?
why did it happen?
Yeah. Why even? I might need to sneak off and make a cup of tea to feel like hosting a sprint while I'm gone or chatting while I'm gone. It shouldn't take too long. But
We should host like a super fast sprint.
bring you with me actually, if you seeing as I'm streaming from my phone. Look at this crazy portable kind of land that we're in. Let's go make some tea, guys. I can't write anymore without more caffeine in my life.
Oh, that's funny.
You
Yeah,
also
my
get
main
a house tour. You
my
guys
main
want a tour of my house?
Cassidy.
Look, this is my lounge room. How exciting.
It's
This
wonderful.
house is really weird.
Yeah.
It's very, yeah. So like this is the lounge room area here. And then the supposed dining area is over here. And it used to be outside, but now it's not. So it used to be a balcony area and they just kind of put in a sliding door and were like, this is the inn now. So because of that, there's like heaps of spiders everywhere all the time, which is wonderful.
No, thank you.
Yeah. Yes, that was pure sarcasm. Get that caffeine in my life. Does anyone else want to share what their work in progress is about? Because I think a few people joined the chat late, so I don't know what they are.
Yeah, I'd like to know. Spiders are so not our friends. I have such arachnophobia.
Same. I've had several extremely bad experiences with spiders in my life, and I was already afraid of them before all of these experiences, and now I can't. I nearly swallowed a spider that was in a tea bag that I made a cup of tea from. Like, yeah, it was like you know how tea bags are like folded over?
Yeah.
Like in the gap in between, and it got brewed into the tea, so that was fun.
That's horrible.
Yeah, not good. Not cool. Has anyone responded in the chat? Because I can't see the chat anymore because I'm on my phone.
We have, Cassie says, I am working on a super secret book idea that has to do with entities.
Ooh. Oh, I'm sorry that it's uber secret because I'm curious now. But also, I understand.
Yeah. Yeah, it took me 5 years to actually start talking about my book.
That's a long time.
I know, right? I was too scared. I was like, don't, you can't know anything.
Don't judge me. Don't. Aw, but 5 years. Think of how many years I could have already been enjoying this book for.
Well, now I'm like forcing myself to get it done.
I'm really excited for it.
Me too. I feel really good about it finally, so.
That map that you drew for it is like the most pretty amazing thing that I've ever seen. Like,
Thanks.
I'm in awe.
I'm so particular about the mapping.
It's gorgeous. And I'm gonna have to do a map at some stage, and I'm like, nothing will ever be as gorgeous as that map. You did so good.
I'll teach you.
So you need to let me read this book so I can know what the map is all about.
I will do that.
I'm so excited to read everyone's books. I'm so excited to read Julia's book.
Yeah.
I'm so excited to read Ben's book. And Clara's. Clara doesn't talk about it that much, but whatever the book that she's writing sounds amazing too. Like, yes. Everyone, get it done so I can fangirl over all of your amazing books and things.
I agree. So Erin says, I don't know how to describe mine, but there are gods and magic and dragons and a journey.
All good things. All the kinds of things I like.
So agree. Jessie is working on a romance novel.
Oh, sorry, my hands are in the way.
A slice of life. More than romance.
That sounds interesting. Is that like a more contemporary thing then? I'm curious about that one because most people here seem to be writing fantasy.
Yeah. And then
the Whiskered Guy sounds great. I've talked to him on Twitter about his current work in progress. And it's really cool. So I hope he tells you the rest of you guys about it because it sounds awesome.
Yeah. And then our Bewhiskered Guy is working on a high fantasy adventure about betrayal, self-discovery, magic, and something thematic, I suppose.
Something thematic, I suppose. I love it. All right, I have my tea now.
Jessie says, I'm addicted to Korean dramas and Hallmark movies. So if you've seen any of those, then you know. And oh my goodness, that sounds wonderful because Hallmark movies are my life.
Hallmark movies are my life. Oh my gosh, yes. I watched so many Hallmark movies. I'm so keen for this. Sorry, that was probably too loud. Yes. Need more good romance books in my life.
Fantastic.
All right, I'm gonna clip you back in to my little stand and pretend to be professional again.
And good day to Cam.
Yes, hi Cam. Yay. Are you gonna write with us, Cam? That tea was hot.
So let's see.
How surprising.
Don't burn your face. Another writing sprint at 30.
Yeah, good plan. Sorry about the extra long break here, but I needed the tea.
Good. So we think we can do like 20 minutes?
Should we do a Hallmark movie watch along?
Oh, yes. Oh my goodness.
I'm so down for that. Maybe we should plan that. Guys, are you in?
I am 100%
How
down
long
for
would you
that.
like? How long would you guys like for the next sprint?
Yeah.
Good
Short,
phrasing,
long.
Jess.
How long sprint? English.
Such a good writer. Sure.
Really?
I like that. 10 minutes is like a good warm up for it. Then
Yeah.
obviously sometimes I only write like 90 words, so I might need a bit longer, especially after the tea.
So we got a 15, a 15, and a 10.
Oh no. You sure you can't
Let's
do
do
15? 12 in the middle?
push that bedtime 5 minutes.
What time is it? What did we say? 30. Yeah, we've got a little while to the side. Oh, Cam. Next time. Next time, Cam.
15. Okay, 15.
Yay! All right.
Peer pressure.
Peer pressure for the win.
Okay. We'll see how many words I get in this one.
I don't hold high hopes. I'm in a bit of a dead spot.
Yeah.
I'm in the kind of stage where a lot of information needs to be given now before like the full quest starts.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I don't know how to balance that. Wow, you guys, everyone's times are so different. It's 28 here.
Yeah, I got
everyone's clocks are being weird. All right, we can start now if you want.
Yes.
Why not? Let's go now then.
Go for it. Nellie, come here. Quiet. Come here.
Yeah, I'm the same. Whatever Jessie just said. I always start writing right at the end, and then it's like, oh, I gotta stop now.
We'll do a long one next.
Go, go, go. I've just started the timer.
Nellie, We gotta bring wine and dessert. What? I said Saturday. I just did that thing on TV and I was like, yeah, we're all good for tomorrow. She's like, hope you mean Saturday. Okay, bye.
Time when my barista came in to say hi while we were live streaming and I was at the cafe.
Yeah.
won't be here long. Oh, nice to see you.
Be blessed.
Sorry about that. Only 10 seconds left anyway. Hooray! Well done. I can't remember where I was before I started writing, but I
I got
think
86 for me.
250.
Jeez, speed fingers.
Oh, I'm running out of questions, and I'm enjoying the questions. You think of a question.
Well, I want to know what point of view everyone is writing in.
That's a
Like
nice
first
question.
person,
I like that question.
first person, third person. 697?
Yes, dear, you are killing it.
Really?
Clearly, I need to be writing a Hallmark romance. The inspiration seems to be flowing.
Yeah.
Still a good effort, Cassie.
Yeah, 65 is great.
Sometimes you do more contemplating than writing. That happens.
Oh, we
Lots
got
of
lots
people
of
writing from third person.
Mine is also third person limited.
Mine is first person at the moment. I keep tossing up between whether I want it to be third person or not, but I think it's going to be third person. I mean, first person.
I mean, if you change your mind, you can always switch it up in the next draft.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to change it up. But I started writing from first person kind of just automatically because it felt right. So I feel like even if I changed it around, I'd end up changing it back again or something.
Just because that's what it
It's
feels.
hilarious because like lots of people don't like first person narratives. So
I think it depends on the book for me, and as long as like the first person character is not insufferable,
yeah, there's
then
always a
I
reason
enjoy it.
there. I guess I can like get someone to beta read it, and if they decide that they don't like the character, then I'll just like shift it around. Be like,
Yeah.
okay, fine. No one likes
One of the comments from
I
one
don't
of
know
my
if it's
last
like
rounds.
pardon?
Has anyone tried tackling second person? No, that scares
Second
me.
person. I don't think I've ever heard of someone writing like a novel from second person. It's kind of only used for very specific, like writing
Yeah.
things. That's the word I'm looking for.
Is you? No. Yeah, I don't know that I haven't read a book in second. I've read like fan fiction in second person.
That's interesting.
But I struggle with second person.
See, there's
Yeah,
always
that's
a good reason for writing small amounts of words in writing sprints. Trying to find a playlist makes perfect sense. Oh
yeah.
yeah, that's a good one. It's definitely rare.
Yes. I think it's hard to do well.
I yeah, I feel like it would be because like you're really limiting like the scope of what the narrator knows about what's going on because of the
Yeah.
fact that you're right, like saying that you did this and like
Yeah.
the amount of knowledge that you as the narrator therefore is allowed to have is like already only speculation or something. So
Yeah, and it's definitely like, at least I found from reading the second person fan fiction, I would always get frustrated if it was like, you did this, and I'm like, but I would never do that. So
like how dare you?
I wouldn't do that. Don't tell me that's what I did.
Yeah, choose your own ending books is a good one as well.
But yeah, one of the big comments I got from my last round of beta readers from one of my betas was, I don't really like your main character, but that's good because it means she has lots of growth to do in the novel. And I was like, I mean, that's
Oh,
nice. That's a nice
ow.
way of saying
Yeah. I'm basically tossing up between whether I'd rather do first person or like third person limited as well. But I think I like it this way. I think I'm more interested in this main character than I am in the rest of them. We'll see what happens when she meets more people. Maybe I'll be like, damn it, I need more perspectives. What was everyone's last word that they wrote? I really like this question. I think this time we should try and come up with sentences that end in each other's last words.
Yes. My last word was branches.
Ooh, I like it. Mine was
And then
something.
it's
Friend. Branches. You're doing such interesting natural words. I like it. Trails and branches.
yeah. Well, branches isn't even the end of the sentence. I just didn't know where to go after that, so it's branches space period.
Yeah, I love it. Mine was the end of a sentence, but it's like a question.
Mourn.
Ooh, I like it. That's a difficult one to do.
Yeah.
How's everyone feeling sprint wise? Any more is a good one. I want someone to one day have like something really specific, like the name of something in their particular fantasy land. Everyone would be like,
Yeah.
what?
And then you're like, what is
What
the
now?
word?
Like some random, totally mashed up fake Gaelic word. Be great.
Yes.
Tired. Tired counts. Of course it does. You were tired before. You did very well. You did your 15-minute sprint.
Yeah, you hung in. We kept you up so late. I'm food and water. I had Richard bring me this sugary drink and sugar candy.
Exactly what you need for writing. I still have my tea. I like hearing everyone's. So actually, here's a good question. Who's your favorite character from the selection that you've written so far in your story?
Ooh, in the story overall and in what we've written tonight.
I don't know. How many characters? I feel like that might be a bit unfair to just stick it to tonight in case people have only like,
Yeah, I've only hit
referenced
two
one or two
characters
characters.
tonight.
Yeah. So, oh no, let's keep it to tonight actually. Just because I want to keep these sprint relevant, sprint specific questions.
I will choose Quinn because he's just grumpy and is refusing to talk. And that's my spirit.
Cool. I only have I've got 3 characters talking at the moment that have been introduced in this scene. And it's the main character and her 2 parents. And I mean, I think I like her parents. I'm happy with her parents as characters. I think
That's good.
they're good parents. They're nice. They're not weird, evil, dead fantasy parents. And it makes me happy. I had a lot of fun naming them actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. Their names are Conan and Madigan. And their
Like
names are like that because their names reference something to do with the like sciencey magic talent that they have.
ooh.
So I had to
Ooh.
like I was searching through like Irish names and Scottish names and Celtic names, like looking at
Yeah,
all their meanings, like which one is gonna suit this person?
definitely. That's how I did it. I was like, name meanings? This name means this, so I
Yeah.
choose you.
I really wish you could search names by meanings more. Often I try and search that and they're like, bitch, nah, you can't do
Yeah,
that.
it's
I'm like, but I don't care what the names are or their origins. I just want to know what name is.
yes.
Yeah. I
So
think mine is going to be adult fantasy as well. I'm aiming for it to be adult
yeah.
fantasy rather than YA fantasy, but I don't know how well that'll come across. And I did talk about this on my like little Twitter thread about my work in progress. Like the character is supposed to be an adult, and I'm hoping
Yeah.
that she will come across as an adult, but we'll see.
Yeah, my main character is 19. So it's like new adult slash adult, but you don't really market your fantasies as new adult because right now everyone associates new adult with racy college contemporaries.
Yeah, that's a good point, actually. Yeah, I feel a little bit like people are going to read this and be like, are you trying to write yourself into a book here? But she's the main character is supposed to be like approximately mid 20s ish. So
Yeah.
like young adult ish, but not like YA age group ish. I don't know if
Yeah.
any of that makes sense.
Ugh, I think it makes sense.
Yes.
My main characters are undetermined ages.
Fair
That's a good
enough.
one. That works.
That does work. Gosh. Um, well, should we start planning for another little sprint or something?
Yes. Let's do a longer one.
I'm happy to try a longer one, seeing as usually
I
the
feel
first
like
7 minutes of any sprint are spent
you're
trying to get my
staring at
working.
me. Do like 20 minutes. I'm gonna work on a new scene because I'm just not getting through with this one.
My main problem about like ages and things is like even when I read YA books, I always picture the characters as like older than they are because I'm just
Yeah.
like unrealistic. Like I refuse to accept that, which is probably really mean. But like Six of Crows, when supposedly they're all 17, I'm like, bitch, nah, they're in their 20s. Like no
Yeah.
17-year-old coming up with these plans. They're at least in their 20s, maybe older.
Yeah. Or like the super early teens that are masters at whatever they're doing. I'm like, I can't read you as being like 15. No, that doesn't
Yeah.
work. Ooh, Jesse's almost completed your Camp Nano goal
Damn.
on the long sprint note. I'm off bed. Well, good night.
Yes, you did very well staying up for the extra time. Very muchly appreciated. It sounds like we're all up for a longer one. Shall we do one at 00:00 at
Yes,
at 8 o'clock? Insert hour here.
00:00. Yes.
I was trying to be like .00 like this.
Perfect. We'll do like 20 minutes. That'll be good.
Yeah, I'm down for
I'm
that.
so
I need to think a little bit about where I'm going here.
I guess I should get up my plan for this scene because I haven't written it yet. Might need that.
I just want to get to the part where the actual like story begins, because at the moment we're still in the like the conflict that's actually going to set her on her journey. And I'm
Yeah.
like, I don't care about this stuff. Like, make the journey start. Which I think is why I'm struggling to write stuff.
Yeah, that makes sense. I am overheating right now because I'm cuddled up to a heat pad because it's so cold and snowy out. But I also don't want to take off the heat pad because it's so warm and cozy.
My phone can't decide whether it's like charging or not, which is hilarious. It's like plugged into charge, but the amount of power that the live stream is using is like almost exactly the amount as the charging is happening. So it's like just sitting at exactly 10% the whole time.
Oh my goodness.
Which is
It's like,
excellent because then
fine.
it'll go up to 11 and then it'll go down to 10 and be like, 10% battery left, and I just keep getting alerts where it's like I'm struggling.
That's a horrible like battery tipping point to be stuck at.
Right? If it was like 25 or something, I'd never get any notifications, but instead,
Nope. 10 and 11.
yep. Sometimes 9, but never any higher or lower.
Ooh, time to start.
All right, 20 minutes. We're in for the long haul.
Can do
Yeah.
it. Mm.
What do people drink in Ireland? Probably whiskey.
Give him some Guinness.
Everyone's a leprechaun.
trying to take my chair.
Sorry, I just read the chat. 20 seconds left. Get those final words out. Hooray! We have grown a healthy tree.
Yay! I got 169 words.
I got 297.
Nice. I started and then I realized that I was starting a new chapter, but I still had a word that I needed to create.
Yay. Classic.
Yeah, basically if you look up the word rebel in Gaelic, the options are like 20 letters long.
That's always fun.
Can't work with that. Too much.
Yeah, I have a few place names that I needed to come up with, so I've got a few X's in there that I'll need to go back and replace once I've had some time to think about what I need. Which is fun. All right, now we need another question. I've used all of my interesting ones.
What was the most dramatic line everyone wrote this time?
Ooh, dramatic lines.
431 words. Man, I want to get that many words.
Yeah, you're just like, you are a writing machine. Maybe this is the difference between underwriters and overwriters.
Yeah, the ideas just flow for you guys.
I'm so jealous. Most dramatic line. Oh, I like these. There is some truth even in the smallest lie.
Yeah, I like that.
That one's Aaron's. I use the word finally too much even when the sentence doesn't need it. I don't know if I have a word that I overuse yet.
Mine depends on my writing session and what I'm writing. Let's see, what is my most...
I didn't really write many dramatic sentences here. I have like two options here that maybe are a little bit dramatic. One of them is I felt purposeless, swept against my own will down a path that I hadn't chosen.
Ooh.
Or I have all of my hopes now rested on a veiled smudge on a secret map.
Ooh, I like that.
None of them are really dramatic. They're just kind of ominous. Yeah, I feel like I'd have words, but I don't know that I have the same word.
My most dramatic line would be, in his imagination, the black lines thickened and swirled, closing in on him, wrapping themselves around his neck.
Ooh, that is dramatic. Is this Quinn?
Nope, this is R10. I was like, I can't deal with Quinn and Cassidy. I need something else, so I wrote from a different point of view this time. R10 is reminiscing about bad things that happened in the past.
Yeah, no shit. I don't know who Erin's talking about, so I'm just going to assume that she's talking about everyone. Everyone's good
Yeah,
with words.
everyone is so good with words. Exactly. Okay.
I'm finally getting to the point where we might almost be able to like leave on this quest soon, which is exciting.
Yes.
Get that quest game on.
Yeah, I like the scene I'm about to be working on.
Yeah.
It's a little difficult to like pull it back and get into the different point of view again. I've been in Cassidy's point of view for so long. I'm really failing at opening this.
It's all right. I'm pretending not to notice.
Oh yeah, I did such
Me.
whatever.
So most people in this little session here aren't actually doing Camp NaNoWriMo, but are just working on projects for the fun of it. Is that right?
That's me. I mean, I'm not for the fun of it. I have to do this.
But for the sake of the project, shall we say, rather than
Yeah.
I think mine started out as nano, but it's probably just writing. Seeing as I haven't actually looked at my nano targets in a while.
That's fine.
It's a fine.
Yeah, I've actually never done Camp Nano. I thought about doing it this year and then I just dropped the ball and never actually joined.
Yeah. Fair enough. Whereas I spontaneously joined like 4 days late because I felt like I was missing out on all the excitement. I keep italicsing things. I feel like I don't need to italics these things. Why are there so many italics? That's my thing that I do. I probably also write the same word too many times, but. Ooh.
I love the no thank you.
That's perfect. I don't know who this character is, but I love her. How far into your respective projects is everyone? It sounds like Jessie is at the end and you're revising things.
Yeah,
What's
I'm
everyone...
about a quarter of the way through revisions.
What about everyone else? I'm obviously at the beginning. How exciting.
You're at the fresh baby draft where it's all so exciting.
Fresh baby draft. Yeah. So fun. A little writer baby. Baby writers.
Ooh,
Brand new project in chapter 4. Oh, someone else who's at the kind of same stage as me. How exciting. Kind of. That's exciting. New projects are exciting.
Mm-hmm.
Do you get ideas for other stories as well as your 5-year-long project, or are you like just focused on this?
I just feel all like there's shiny new projects and I want to work on them, but I can't. I started getting ideas for the next book here. So the next book in the fantasy series. I have a science fiction story that I'm slowly plotting and building, but I'm trying not to allow myself to work on it too much because I just really want to write it.
Yeah.
But I got to finish this.
Does it feel like a good incentive to finish this one?
Yeah. I'd love to just finish this one. Like 5 years is long.
It
I
is
need to
quite
just
long.
finally call it done and ready.
Yeah. Fair enough. Yeah, I have a couple of random scenes from later on that I wrote because they were just in my head and I needed to get them out on paper as well. I'm not very good at writing in chronological order.
That
I have
works.
this character that hasn't come into play yet, that doesn't come into play until later, who was like my favorite character. So I was like, I really want to write this scene with this character and like meeting this character because it's gonna be great. And I can't wait
Nice.
for it to meet them. I have to do it now.
Just add those scenes in later. Just write them now.
They're just ready. They're ready to go.
Yeah, I only write in a different place when I'm struggling with something else, and I'm like, you gotta write something.
Yeah.
Go do something.
Yeah. Yeah. I just feel like if I've got something in my head, I should at least get the skeleton of it on paper
Yeah,
so
that's
that
what I
it's
use.
there for me to work with. So like, yeah. So I'm like, this scene doesn't happen yet, but it's very like clear in my mind. I might as well just write it down.
Yeah. I mean, may as well. Plus, that kind of helps because you can see where you need to get your character going.
Exactly. I like it. I need to use more notebooks. That's what I need to do.
Yeah, I've got several really pretty ones that I just am refusing to touch. So I keep buying like the crappy like, dollar store notebooks to use for this.
Love it. Well then, it's been 2 hours. We've done pretty good so far.
Oh,
How many
yeah.
words has everyone written overall this session?
Let's see.
Started there.
I'm at about 600.
That's pretty good.
It's pretty good for revising stuff.
Yeah. Sounds good to me. I've written 925 exactly, apparently.
1200. Can I have your words?
Yeah, can you share some of them out?
Just give me
I know Jesse's probably written like 2,000.
Yeah. That's okay. A slow writing session is better than no writing session.
Exactly. All writing sessions are good writing sessions.
Hmm.
I feel like we need to plan our Hallmark watch along now,
Yeah.
though. Does anyone have any Hallmark movies that they desperately want to watch or rewatch? What's your favorite one?
Did you watch A Christmas Prince, I think it was called, that came out on
No,
Netflix?
I didn't end up watching it. That was the one that was on Netflix,
Oh,
yeah. I was
uh,
supposed to be
oh,
body watching it with Clara, and we didn't get around to it.
this is
So
so
like
good.
I haven't watched it because I was saving it to watch with her, and it didn't work.
It's so good. Like, so bad. And she had to be like the worst journalist I've ever seen, but it was so good.
Oh wait, no, I have seen that one. We were talking about a different one. Is that the one where she like, yeah, she's like she disguises herself as a nanny in order to, or something like that? Yeah, yeah, she was a terrible journalist.
And then she felt too bad to like use the dirt that she dug up. I was like,
Yeah.
you
Yeah, good journalism skills. Yeah, that was good.
There was a couple Christmas ones that came out. There was another one that came out shortly after that. I can't remember what it was called. But everyone was like, this is the new Christmas Prince. And I don't know, it was an extra level of bad.
I just tend to watch all of the ones with Lacey Chabert in them. Because I don't know why. But I just do. Yeah, there's lots of, I mean, they're all almost exactly alike. They all tend to focus on the same stuff.
Yeah.
I love them. It's so bad.
Let's see.
I
What
used
do
to
you
watch
guys
them while I was doing tea work, and my boyfriend would just be sitting there, like, predicting exactly what was going to happen next and just having a great time, feeling like he was so smart.
That's wonderful.
What do you guys feel you do better, description or dialogue?
I am 100% dialogue. My description is what suffers in my underwriting.
I feel like I don't know. I don't particularly like my dialogues, so I'm guessing description. I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of writing dialogue. I'm not very comfortable doing it, so I guess, yeah.
You gotta start speaking it all out loud.
Right? Which I can't do when I'm sprinting, because then you guys would know exactly what's happening.
And then you'll be speaking it in like, no, backspace, backspace. Okay, this one. No.
Yeah. Dialogue is hard. What about you guys? Who's left? And now we wait.
Ow. I never know what to make my characters say. I feel that.
Yeah. I think that's the main complaint that people have with dialogue.
There's
Like,
certain characters that I can write super well from because I know exactly how they need to speak. And then there's some that I'm just like,
yeah. I tend to have dialogues that like sound great in my head, but then I write them out and I'm like, I don't know about this anymore. It doesn't look right. So
yeah.
well
Right.
then.
We sprint again.
Should we do one more quick one and then maybe
Yeah, let's do like a 10-minute one.
and then we'll wrap it up because that'll be like a 2.5 hour little session.
Yeah.
We start at 40.
40. something 40.
Yeah. Insert
Whatever.
Yeah. We'll have to think of some good writing sprint questions for us to talk about at the end.
Mhm. Yep. And then at the end of the sprint, we can all share what our last sentence that we wrote was and how we ended our sprints or our session.
We could even do our first and our last. And
Yeah.
everyone will guess what's in the middle.
Everyone will be like, what is the context? What even does this mean?
Yeah. I like that idea. Okay. Still got a couple more minutes. I'm looking up other questions. They're boring. Sprints and life. The first and last sprint of this session.
I stayed up until 3 o'clock in the morning planning my next video. And then the dogs woke me up at 8. So I'm just like running on fumes. sugar. Sugar is getting me through.
Sugar is, yeah, sugar is pretty much my sole source of energy at the moment. Like just leftover Easter eggs.
So good.
I made a hot chocolate out of leftover Easter eggs yesterday. It was actually the greatest thing that I've ever done. It was my peak achievement for the day. Oh,
That is
it's
a
20.
wonderful idea. Oh, time to write. 10 minutes.
Time to write. 10 minutes. Just a little quick one. A little baby sprint to finish us off.
Goodbye, updates.
We have grown a healthy tree.
Yay! Let's see.
You looking at words?
Yes.
This was a really small one this time. I did 104.
I did 186.
I had trouble figuring out how I want to phrase what on earth I'm talking about right now, so there was a lot of thinking.
I have a pretty detailed outline for what is supposed to be happening right now, and I am so thankful for that. I took a shower this time, so 0. You know what? Showers are great.
Go for it. All right. And now it's time to share our first and last sentences, guys. The first sentence you wrote in this session of sprints, as in all of them. Where is it? There it is.
Okay, found my first one. Yes. Ooh, my first one's a long
my
one.
first and my last. They're both long. Longish.
My last one's kind of short. It's not like super short, but it's short. Okay. My first one is far out in the water now. The waves she created as she walked licked at her thighs.
I like it. And the last one?
My last one is try not to lie to me next time. I get what it feels like to have to go back to a place that fucked you over.
I like both of them. Right. Well,
What were yours?
my first is for a long moment after my father finished speaking, we sat in silence, each contemplating the consequences of what he'd said in our own way. And then my last one was you're smart, you're curious, and you're passionate. If anyone can get us out of this mess, it's you.
Ooh. Ooh. Those raised so many questions. What about you guys? What did you have as first and last of the session or the whole evening?
Yeah. We're waiting.
Okay. Love those names.
Ooh. We've got birds. Nice name, by the way.
I like how Jessie has 2 super short sentences. It's a good way to be.
I like both of them. I like all of these sentences. It's cool seeing what everyone's writing. Like, I don't know anything about the story at all, but these sentences are great. I'm like, yes, A+ writing.
Yeah. Like, tell me more. Let me know what happens.
Exactly.
My cats are having a little snuggle. I don't know if you can see them over there. They're just
so cute.
curled up and sound asleep. I didn't even know they were in here.
Well, I think that was a pretty successful writing session, at least on my part. I hope everyone else got something out of it as well.
It got me some words today.
Exactly. All good things. I'm going to sign off now and go and get something to eat, and I think a few other people need to do the same.
Yes, I am gonna go get ready for bed.
It's going to be great.
Yeah.
We should do this again sometime soon because
Yes.
this is awesome. I had fun.
Let's. And then we'll talk about Hallmark movies because
Yes.
we've got to find some great ones to watch there.
Cool. All right. I'll see you again soon.
All right, see you.